What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with another Mailday recap. Got a sweet stack of cards to share with you that have come in over the last 2 weeks, so we're going to jump right into it. First few cards are actually from Topps Archive Signature Series. So this first one here is a Lou Brock. It's on the 1989 Topps Turn Back the Clock card. Features that 1979 card there. Signed really nicely in blue. Awesome card. Got it for around $10 or so. So Archive Signature Series allows you to pick up different years of cards and different players. And sometimes they're very expensive, but many times you can get them really cheap. And that's a cool Hall of Fame pickup at a nice, affordable price. Next up, we have another Hall of Famer on a lower end card. This is an Andre Dawson on a 2016 Topps Bunt card. And Topps Bunt was a low end product geared towards new collectors and kids, but hey, they're awesome looking cards and they lend themselves very well to autographs. As you can see, that blue signature pops really well. Andre Dawson, fantastic player. Again, very affordable. You can get that well below the price of a box. And the third and final card out of Archive Signature Series is a beautiful Mark Pryor on an Allen and Ginter card. The blue signature looks great. Blue signatures always look great on Allen and Ginter cards, but when you have teams like the Cubs and Dodgers that wear primarily blue uniforms, that blue blends even better. Looks outstanding. Just a wonderful looking card. I've been keeping an eye on these auctions ever since this product came out. Finally got one at a price that I was happy with, so a nice addition to the Allen and Ginter collection. Rest of these cards are going to be slab cards, most of them PSA. I think there's one SGC mixed in. First up, we have a 1960 Topps Whitey Ford, PSA 5, really nice card. Pretty solid centering, nice looking card overall. Always happy to pick up some of these sweet old Hall of Famers when you can get them at a really reasonable price. So cool Whitey Ford there. Always liked Whitey Ford, and I've always kept an eye on his stuff. So if I see him at a good price, I'm going to pick him up. So really nice vintage slabbed pickup there. Next up is a guy who has a shot at the Hall of Fame this year. I think he has a really good shot. If he doesn't get in this year, I'd suspect he'd get in next year, and his rookie cards are tough. This is a Roy Halladay from 1997 Bowman. It's a PSA Mint 9. Halladay is in Bowman's best in 97. They're not too bad, but the Bowman Chrome are incredibly expensive in a 10, as are the Bowman. As you can see, the black borders, super susceptible to chipping. So got this Mint 9 at a good price, so definitely happy to pick this up. As you can see, the previous owner did not respect the slab. Absolutely horrific shape. You can see all the little scratches and stuff like that. So note to new collectors out there, if you're going to collect slabbed cards, any type of encased cards, respect the holder. The ideal way is to put it in a perfect fit sleeve. Amazing company that has an amazing product. But even if you're going to go with just the cheaper alternative, maybe with a pack of Ultra Pros that are a little too big, get it in some sort of protective sleeve. Do not destroy the slab. That's just going to cost someone more money, and it's just going to be a headache for someone else. To me, this slab is unacceptable with all those scratches. It just bothers me too much. So this one will be getting re-slabbed at a certain point, but still happy with the addition to the collection there. Got a few Phillies coming up here. Is a nice Rhys Hoskins from 2018 Topps Heritage. This is actually the action variation. The base rookie card features him and Nick Williams on a split card. Always prefer the standalone cards. This is a PSA Gem Mint 10. Super tough cards. Got this one at a really solid price in the $25 range. And these raw at one point were going for like $50. Right now, they still go in the 30s. The Gem 10s are often higher, but you can definitely, during this off-season, find them at a really reasonable price if you follow the auction. So just thought that was a really nice addition to the collection, not a card that I had. Here's another Philly, the final Philly of this video. This guy had a breakout season this year. It's a 2016 Topps Chrome rookie card, refractor of Aaron Nola, PSA Gem Mint 10. So love the Topps Chrome cards and especially love the refractors. Love the shine. There you can see some of that shine effect. I got this one again at a pretty affordable price. I forget offhand exactly what it was, but I know it was a lot less than it was going for a couple months ago. So happy to add that one to the collection. few other pickups. This guy's just up and coming. He's had a couple really nice years. He had a MVP caliber year this previous season. Didn't end up winning it, but I would say he was in the top 4 or so. It's Jose Ramirez. It's 2014 Finest Refractor, PSA Gem Mint 10. His stuff's super affordable right now, but he's really put up really good numbers these last few years. Still young enough to kind of continue to grow. So, guy with a ton of talent, and he's someone that if you're looking for someone who's kind of continuing to get better year by year at a really reasonable price, I mean, Jose Ramirez is a guy to look at. So, pick that one up. Next up, honestly only grabbed this because it was super cheap. This guy's lost a lot of popularity since the World Series, but still only 26 years old. He's on his way to a new team sometime soon. It's Manny Machado, 2013 Finest Rookie Card, PSA Gem Mint 10. Got this one for under $10, and to me it was a no-brainer. Couldn't pass it up. Again, 26 years old. He is in line to, if he can keep up the numbers he's put up, to be a potential Hall of Fame type of guy. He's put himself in that position. Of course, we'll see how things kind of unfold once he gets paid for 10 to 12 years and how he ages. So there's no guarantees here, but I'm just stating in his 6-7 years in the big leagues, the numbers he's put up at this current age, pretty impressive. So pick that one up there, the Manny Machado. Here's another one. Got this for $10. It's a 2007 Bowman Clayton Kershaw. Draft picks and prospects, PSA Gem Mint 10. To me, seemed like a good pickup. At $10, Gem Mint 10. Really no going wrong. You can just add it to the collection since I didn't have it, which is what my intention is. But if I chose to, I'm sure I could resell it and get my money back easily, if not make money, specifically towards the season when these guys are back on the field. So, if you see a bargain that cheap, it's kind of a no-brainer. So, picked up that nice Kershaw. One more addition. I've actually showed these off recently. I'd picked up a couple. It's another Max Scherzer 2008 Topps PSA Gem Mint 10. These cards had actually dropped quite a bit, and now they've actually started to escalate again. Now that people kind of have noticed that, whoa, they're going a little underpriced. The price has begun to rise quite a bit once again. So still some deals to be had from time to time, but a lot of these are getting kind of a lot of attention again. But the Max Scherzer rookie card. And just a quick statement on the Scherzer. When I did a video, I guess it was last week or so, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was just comparing the 9s and 10s, and I said he was a potential Hall of Famer, which is what he is. I know there was a little bit of, not too much, but a little bit of blowback, like, oh, Scherzer is a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's not. If he retired today, he could be a Hall of Famer in 5 years. That was my only point. I wasn't talking down Max Scherzer. He's obviously had an incredible run, and I do believe he is a future Hall of Famer. I was simply stating that he is putting himself in the position to be a Hall of Famer. I think there would be a lot of debate if he decided to hang it up right now. But certainly his dominance, his awards, his numbers have put him in line to be a future Hall of Famer for sure. Also, something that I forgot to mention, and I wanted to give Max Scherzer credit because I don't think these guys get the credit they deserve. We always hear about guys who have bad contracts. We hear about it with Pujols. We hear about it with other guys who are more extreme, like, say, Josh Hamilton. Even in Philadelphia, there was a lot of talk about Ryan Howard, all these guys that get these monster deals and they don't perform. Well, Max Scherzer's a guy who got a 7-year deal for ridiculous money, and people called it nuts, and everyone was kind of like, whoa, are you crazy? I mean, he's been worth every penny so far. He still has 3 years on his deal, so we'll see if he stays healthy and if he, continues putting up those numbers for the next 3 years. But he hasn't shown any sign of slowing down, so super credit to Max Scherzer. I'm a Phillies fan. He's a National, but I'm still a Max Scherzer fan. So just wanted to make that clear. So there's another nice Scherzer pickup. Next up, and the rest of these last 4 cards will all be Francisco Lindors, who, if you guys have been following the channel, I've been picking them up pretty consistently. This is a 2011 Bowman Chrome Draft Picks and Prospects. First Bowman PSA Gem Mint 10. Really nice card. These were in like the $50-some range back in August and September. I think I got this one for like $26. So it's the off-season. It's taking advantage of the off-season and everyone kind of turning their attention to football, basketball, and hockey, and keeping an eye on certain cards. And sometimes you can grab them fairly cheap. This was actually a buy it now. I snatched this up right away. It is a SGC Gem Mint 10. Francisco Lindor from 2015 Topps Chrome. It's a short print card. These in PSA 10s can go from anywhere from $75 to $99. This one was listed for, I think, $45, and I had to jump on that. To me, it was a no-brainer. I mean, SGC you can take seriously. Beckett, obviously, you have to watch a little bit, but you do get the subgrades. I'm not a huge fan of SGC holders, especially for modern cards. I mean, obviously, they're fantastic and well-respected for vintage and specifically pre-war. I'm just not a big fan of the new holders. I don't really like the flip that much, to be honest with you, but to each their own. I know a lot of people are strictly SGC, and that's awesome. It's definitely cool to have variety in the hobby. And if you like that card, you're going to like these next two pickups, and if you didn't like it, you're not. It's another Lindor, 2015 Topps Chrome, PSA Gem Mint 10. And the final card is also going to be a 2015 Topps Chrome Francisco Lindor, PSA Gem Mint 10. I just think this is an awesome card. I think the Topps update gets the most attention. I think it's probably the most popular one, even though it's a little cheaper than these. But I think Topps Chrome is super popular as well among modern collectors. This is a short print. And if Lindor can continue on his continued pace and career path, I think it's a big-time card in the future, but time will tell. We'll see in the next 3 to 5 years if there's any movement on it, and of course beyond that as well. But hey, if I see him at a price I like and there's some sort of eBay deal, I'm not going to let him go. So that's it, guys. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you have a favorite pickup? Do you have any thoughts on any of my thoughts? Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great one.